2016 federal budget concessional contributions explained, including the new $25,000 annual limit. This is general advice only. Please seek personal financial advice before making any decision. Concessional contributions are pre-tax contributions, and they include your 9.5% superannuation guarantee contributions made by your employer, other employer contributions in addition to the 9.5%. They also include salary sacrifice contributions and any personal deductible contributions you make to your superannuation. The current limits for the 2015-16 financial year are based on your age. If you are under 50 years of age, the limit is $30,000. If you are over 50 years of age, the limit is $35,000. Those limits will remain in place for the 2016-17 financial year. The announcement in the budget is to change those limits for all ages to $25,000 commencing in the 2017-18 financial year. However, they have introduced a catch-up rule. When your superannuation balance is under $500,000, you can utilise any unused cap commencing from the 17-18 financial year to contribute more in later years. I'll explain how it works here. So let's assume that our salary is $105,000, 263, and our employer contributions are 9.5% of that, and therefore they are $10,000 per annum. In the 17-18 financial year, that means our employer will put in $10,000. Our annual limit is $25,000, and therefore we have not used $15,000 for that financial year. That means we can utilise that remaining unused limit of $15,000 in the next financial year. But in this financial year, we didn't work, and we may have taken time off to have children or do studies, for example, and therefore we didn't work and we didn't get any employer contributions. We didn't use any of our $25,000 contribution cap, and therefore we can add our $15,000 unused to our $25,000 unused cap. And that means we've now got $40,000 that we could contribute in later years. We didn't work in the 19-20 financial year either, and therefore we add another $25,000 to our unused contribution limit. Then in the 2021 financial year, we again came back to work and earned $105,000. We had employer contributions of $10,000 per annum, and then we contributed an additional $75,000 on top of that, bringing our total contributions, our total concessional contributions, to $85,000 for that financial year. Our limit was only $25,000, but we've utilised our $25,000 contribution cap plus our unused contribution cap of $65,000, which brings us to $90,000 of limit available to us. We've only used $85,000 of that, so we've got still $5,000 of unused cap that can flow on to the next financial year. In the next financial year, we only made our superannuation guarantee contributions, so therefore we add another $15,000, the unused component of our $25,000 limit. We add that $5,000 onto our unused cap, and we get therefore an unused component of $20,000. We could utilise that in the next financial year, but we chose not to, or we couldn't do it for cash flow reasons, for example, and therefore we add another $15,000 onto our unused contribution limit, and that $35,000 could then be utilised in a future financial year. But there is a rule that any unused contribution limit expires after 5 years, so let's look at how that functions. If, for example, we made no contributions at all because we were not working, we were potentially raising multiple children during this period of time, and for each of the first 5 years we didn't make any contributions, our unused contribution cap goes up by $25,000 each year, from 25 to 50, 75, 100, and in the 5th year, our unused contribution cap is $125,000. But then once we get to year 6, the unused limit of $25,000 from our first year then is no longer available to us. What happens is our $125,000 limit
is unutilized and it doesn't increase from that point in time. And depending on what contributions you made in the second year, in the 7th year, it might adjust as well. So if you don't utilize your unused limits within 5 years, they won't be available to you in the future. If you'd like to ask more questions, go to cornerstonewealth.com.au/budget 2016.